Right then, guys, we are back again for another episode of Third Age. This is our Rohan campaign. In the last couple of episodes, we've been kind of like sweeping up the mess made by Ened Wythe,
Yes,
and we've taken them out. They're out the game. We did take out both their leaders in one, so it's looking like the next sort of big aim, big picture thing is to take out Dunland. Once we've done that, we can start making our way down to Mordor, or as someone suggested in the comments, actually, start heading over here towards Dol Guldur and take them out, and then we have a two-pronged attack available. And it does kind of mean we have a complete like lock on this entire region across here, because Mordor's there. Obviously, the only people that are going to be able to get past are essentially Rune, because we'll basically lock it off and get some alliances popping. So, right about now, what we're planning on doing is basically getting our economy to build up for a couple of turns, getting mines built and whatever. Like, obviously, you can see I'm putting as many units away into forts and stuff like that as possible. So what we're going to do is skip a couple of turns. We're basically going to try and maximize our sort of profit ranking here. So what I can do, if there's any units that I can cancel for the time being, that would be a good idea. There we go, there we go. Pretty much everyone's just waiting on mines at the moment, so just resource-based buildings. That's what I'm looking for here. Resource-based buildings. Do I get any income from that? Yes, I do. That counts. Just resources, resources, resources. That's what we're after. Chicken farming. Yes, yes, yes. Chicken farming. You also get it from Levitan, to be fair, but I want to get my farming levels up. It's like Minecraft all over again. Out to everyone who has been subscribing to the channel, there's been loads of new influxes of... We actually doubled in subscribers in the last week, so I know it's still a new channel. It's not super... It's quite active, but I can safely say it's not super up there in regards to like viewership or anything like that. So what we're trying to do now is basically boost that viewership, put as many videos out as possible, get as many people involved in the channel as possible, more shows, more interviews, and if we carry on like that, there's no way it won't grow, you know what I mean? It will just naturally grow, and I'm putting an active emphasis on making sure people are liking, subscribing, and sharing the videos now. So that's pretty much everything set up around the map. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, no. That was... I mean, I wouldn't have won anyway, but... Oh, I could have had an extra province. But then we're on... I mean, there's not really any point. We have to keep units down there. I don't really know how much Thorangost is going to take. I'm trying to talk myself out of really wanting it, because I really wanted that connection, so we had that entirely. But it's Gondor's. We're allies. It's not as if it's going to come and attack me anytime soon. So yeah, here we go. Dorwinion are... It's looking like Dorwinion and Rune are going up against each other at the moment. Be interesting to see how that develops. I think early game they're about as strong as each other. I've seen a lot of Let's Plays where people actually play as Dorwinion and take Rune out quite early, which would be interesting. I think if I was Dorwinion, I would take out Dale first. I'd go at Dale, and because they're all Northmen as well. You can use the same buildings and be able to generate troops the same. So yes, Dorwinion, Baradvin.
Your orders, my
That is rebel. Yes, there we go.
To battle. We have tried.
Baradvin. What did I get?
My lord, our courage.
1,500. There we go. Now, all of these things here will play into money-making activities. So now you're all done. I don't really need a garrison force there for the time being. Let's link up so we're not paying extra wages where we don't need to.
Orders.
I'll leave that there for the time being, just because it is on the borders of Dunland, and we don't know whether they're likely to strike at any moment. But Baradvin, what can we build there unit-wise? So, anything from that note. Pretty much just monetary at the minute. That's what we're looking for. We are looking for monetary value in our buildings. Once we get you down here, you can go and sit in the fort with Aldwulf. And there we go. This is good. There isn't going to be much... movement over the next few turns, I do have to say. Right, you can go for the time being. Literally just cutting costs for the time being, so we can essentially every bit of money we save here is going to be reinvested into our setup. So units are going to be able to have stronger armor, and just in general strong. It's just everything's going to be stronger in general, by the looks of things. It's very political of me. There we go. Isengard's happy enough now to just have the one unit, so that's progress there. Another turn end.
We shall prevail.
Oh, we can still go. Very interesting. Kingdom of Gondor. What are you offering? I mean, we'll help out. It'll improve relations, won't it? But it does mean Payda can be back on the front line in the north a little bit quicker. Well, no, it's exactly the same amount of turns because we were in the siege anyway. But there we go. Another little cost maybe knocked off because we've lost a few men there, but that is going to knock our wage bill down. So there we go. Just waiting for the turn. This is pretty much an economic boost episode more than anything else. This is the reinvestment episode. Again, out to everyone who was locked into breakfast this morning. Really good chat with Luciferian. For those that aren't aware, these episodes are filmed a couple of days in advance because I do them directly after breakfast. My morning is literally just video at the moment. The Nazgul have returned. Do we get anything from it? I mean, I'll put it in there. But to be honest, I don't really need any of you guys anymore. You're all served well, but for the time being, it's about cost cutting. I want to get you up to the top. Why is Balor not very happy? Do the roads, then we'll do those, then we'll do the port.
Yes, my lord.
My lord.
So, get my spy over to...
Quietly. Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Before I delete them. Go. So, army upkeep is still at 10k. Are these not...
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Oh, so there's not that many that get the free upkeep. I see. I thought it was the whole thing. So, I mean, there's not that many units there. This is the thing that's draining it. I mean, if we were to spread them out a bit more, but nah, to be honest, what we're still making 3,000 a turn. What we can do actually is cut down our wages on diplomats and such because we've got diplomats we don't need.
My lord. Yes, my lord.
Can you kill diplomats off, or am I just stuck with him now? Oh, well, that's not good. That's what you use as a scout, to be honest.
Could. Yes.
Well, we're stuck with 3,000 on the bill. Yeah, this is pretty much an episode of economic growth and prosperity. We're not at war with anyone at the moment. I don't even know if we start at war with Dunland, because if we do, they're not doing much about it. But we're basically taking a few turns out from the fight, building up our financial arm, having a bit of an overlook about into what's going on as well. I mean, ideally, once I'm more financially stable, I would like to go around kind of buying map info off people. They usually do it for, I mean, it's usually like 500 for 9 turns or something like that. It usually works out as when you offer it, if you have enough money to do it at the time. So yeah, but at the moment we've got a lot of map information to offer. We've got like a big chunk of the center of the world, you know what I mean? There's a lot to do. I've always found that about Rohan. Rohan really is like the sort of center block of the world. I'm just always surprised it's not as talked about. Why are you rioting? Go on, go down, chill out. You don't need to be so angry. You can see now our funds are starting to grow.
I will only address you in battle.
Right, we'll do this now. You can head up to here. Let's take a little look about what's going on in Dunland. And Aemir, you can head over here and take out these, because these are definitely affecting the nation's income. I wonder if there's more... Actually...
Yes, my lord.
I wonder if there's more rebel provinces up here, because Enid Wife never got to them. I doubt Bree's got to them. Nice. Nice little gift. Love a gift of money. I always prefer money as a gift to anything else, because then I can get what I want with it. Dreadfully capitalist. So yeah, everything's looking good. Everywhere's building stuff. That's what we need. I mean, I'm assuming Edoras might have a couple of levels above in regards to like income and stuff. Oh, that's what makes the pikemen. I see. So the chicken farming makes pikemen. Okay, right. That makes sense. That great market, that's going to be a big boost. Just trying to think what the next best thing to build. You know what? Yeah, we'll get that in Edaras, Orodrif. For the time being, those mines don't look like they're going to happen, so we'll get everything else sorted. Actually, we'll get the Mason tool first, and then everything else will be cheaper. I had a way of doing this before with this game, where I'd literally just never buy anything before the Mason tool. I mean, I don't need a tomb down here. It's just not really necessary. should probably get an armory down there when I can afford it. Let's go. Wow. Stacks of Haradrim. So the Ardenheim looks like it looks like the Ardenheim has settled in the south as well, which is good news for us because otherwise they'd be they tend to settle actually just south of Linden a lot of the time, or in this sort of central Dunland area, which is where we're now going into. I don't really want to have to fight the Ardenheim as well as Dunland and then have to go and fight Mordor afterwards. I'm kind of looking forward to just having to fight on one front. I think I'm looking forward to that. Orcs of Gundabad. I do like the badges. I say it every time, but I do really like the badges. So yeah, it's Friday afternoon when this is being recorded, so I'm looking forward to actually having a live watch thing tonight. I'm actually going to be watching Return of the King, of all things, with my girlfriend, so that'll be very enjoyable. We're working through them slowly but surely, doing, there we go, Aemir on some cleansing. It's taking out rebel provinces.
Victory!
Yeah, she's never actually seen any of them before, so we're working through them, and she's getting to actually watch them for the first time, and I'm getting to enjoy it with her. It's really enjoyable, to be honest with you. You sort of take more notice of films when you're watching it with someone who's never watched it before. Don't know why that is, but I definitely do find out. Right, you can siege there, and you can get maybe if we've got any spare units floating around. No, well,
Yes, my lord.
actually, yeah. I'm going to move you into these lands just so we can see, and also get some towers up. I think that's quite essential at the minute. Sud. The market is the same price as the standing stones. Madness. There we go. Again, I've got to say, this episode probably won't include much fighting other than sort of rebels, because all we're going to be doing, realistically, is getting stuff ready for this big final fight. Well, not this big final fight, this big kind of clash we're going to have with Dunland, taking them out of the game. It looks like I've had a haircut. I genuinely haven't. Just flatter today. But yeah, that's my plans for this evening. Doing watch parties again. I might do something to do with Discord maybe when this channel gets a bit bigger, because I'm really enjoying Discord groups at the moment. It seems to be the thing I'm doing day in, day out, is just checking in with our Discord group. There's a group of, I think we've got a group of about 40 people, and we do like live game streaming and stuff like that. It's all very enjoyable. The Ardenheim, I don't want to fight them. The Ardenheim, I don't want to fight them. There we go. Benefactor Peter. He's getting right involved, isn't he, Peter?
Without question.
I'll look to see what's going on. You're just having a little wander, really, aren't you?
Your orders, my lord.
Let's get some towers up so we can see what's going on.
Will keep vigil over the lands.
That was done it. Did you say Dunish? I don't know. So this is a rebel province, so this was a good idea. Send Aemir off on a bit of a quest. We are at war, right? This may be happening a little bit prematurely, especially with Aemir off on a wander. So what we're going to do is, we've had a couple of turns of economic bliss. I mean, that force there should just walk through DUNEARD. DUNEARD.
Yes, my lord.
Whilst King Aemir is away, Peter will be... Could possibly have Peter as the one of the leading generals. He's always gone off on his own, has Peter. He's always been one of the kind of floating generals. He did take down the entire left side of the Enid Wythe. So yeah. I wonder how the dwarves are doing. I hate fighting dwarves on this game. They just never die. They're just so resilient. I love playing as the dwarves because they never die. You can just carry on for ages. Right, Dunland have engaged. Our peace was short-lived. But once we've taken that rebel province, we'll be able to start redeploying men. And to be honest, this little period here where we've saved on units, we are now going to be able to pump extra units out across Enid Wythe, which is where we were kind of waiting on units to convert. So you see Bregnas now. We can make literally units in Bregnas straight away. Oh no. I can never remember why that is.
Your orders, my lord.
So Peter, you're going up to the front line.
This tower will keep vigil
I'm pretty
over
sure
the land.
DUNEARD will be able to produce
Yes.
units, though. There we go. Look at that. Full force. Duneyard, are you ready yet? Oh, you can make pikemen, though. That's good. And this is the thing. When you wait a couple of turns, you can then go into full production mode. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. More than anything, it's just satisfying to have this full, like, range of units suddenly available. Boom, 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 boom. Big cavalry force coming from there. Dunland is also going to be able to supply some good cavalry units. And on a drift, again, a nice selection of units. So all of these provinces building will make a huge difference. So we're going to march into Duneyard as they are sieging us. Again, we've waited.
To battle, lads!
What have they got? They've got farmhand pikemen and Dunlending pikemen again. The pikemen always getting in my way. So we'll...
Yes, my lord.
Let's see what you're up to.
Shall engage.
Cheeky so-and-so.
An honourable,
We'll fight this one first.
As you command.
I was thinking of titling this episode Economic Bliss, but it's looking more it's going to be like Engaging Dunland or something like that. We'll think of a cool name. That's a really cool picture, actually. Is that... Where is that? I have no idea where that is. Not Dolgadur, surely. It's too man-like. Right. As per... Pretty much with these battles, I am going to fight this on time 6 because this is essentially mop-up. I'm only really interested in doing the big scale fights. The majority of my units here will replenish. So... See, routing already.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Only half the enemy force remains.
We really shouldn't be losing
Our
many men.
have slain the enemy general. Without hearing
It's the
hold,
pikemen of
our
Dunland which are the...
cowardly foe runs.
There we go, you see,
It's
one
time
big
to
charge
press
and then
the
bang,
attack.
they are out of the game. And I want to make sure they are completely mopped up. I don't want them floating around.
Be
Is that
awed
done? There
by
we go.
the victory
Quick
we
time
have won
victories.
here
8 men
today.
lost. I think we lost one Rohirric man, maybe one of these guys, but that's it. So they're all going to completely replenish. Not a single man lost, hopefully. Maybe one. And with him went the Prince of Dol Amroth in his shining mail, for he and his knights still held themselves like lords in whom the race of Númenor ran true. Gandalf the White, the Siege of Gondor. And that obviously is a picture of Thorin upon the throne of Erebor, with the Arkenstone glimmering above him. I've always not really been a fan of the Arkenstone like storyline, to be honest with you. If it was a Silmaril and it was confirmed to be a Silmaril, I would have loved it. Because then that's a really cool link between the First Age and the Third Age. But apart from without it, I'm just a bit like, I think, right, I want to quickly move you out, and I want to take this province here, and then we can move back down. Because Dunland are clearly looking to attack as soon as possible. It's you. Now they've got pikemen, so we have to be a bit more clever. We've got a very scattered force here. Now that, I think, is... I think that's the Battle of Azanulbizar. I think that's how you pronounce it. The battle for Moria. So, we're going to be coming out the woods. We've got some horse archers, that's good. If we can focus the horse archers in on the pikemen. We haven't got much cavalry apart from that, so we're going to have to deploy some infantry. They are running away. I'm going to run these on quite high speed. We can get into the back of them. Oh, straight away.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours. Stay sharp.
isn't looking good so far. We've done. The horse archers are currently the MVPs. Pikemen are currently overrunning the Helmingers. So we can get some. Thing is, whenever you attack pikemen with cavalry, regardless of the scenario, you're gonna lose men. So perhaps I should focus my cavalry out here. Scouts as well. On these archers. When they run out of ammo, they're going to be crucial. Good, not a man lost.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
We've got a nice hill. This should be them out if the scouts do anything.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies
their main
dead.
man's down. Nice. And he was a pikeman. There we go. That should pretty much tip this our way. Whatever happens, Old Wolf can't die. Is it Old Wolf? No, it isn't Old Wolf. It's the other one. Can't remember my own family. Why have I got scouts as the extended? Right, you know what? Bit of an impact. I'm just hoping this will make them run away. There we go.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
And they're running now as well.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
So what have we got left? We've got this one unit up here of bikes. We've lost our Helmingers. That's not good. Right. So we are going to have to be clever here. Depending on how many we can take out. Boom, from the side, straight away.
Very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
That's good. The archers are doing quite well here, I've got to say.
Behold how our cowardly foe.
That's how you beat pikemen. You have to have enough. You need archers and 2 units of cavalry to surround them and just confuse them. And that, I believe, is... Oh, what have I done there? I believe that is game over.
Be awed by the victory we have
Not mad
won.
at 69 men left. It's a siege broken. We are going to need reinforcements here, though, definitely. Because they're going to just spam pikemen at us, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to try and aim for around 45 minutes for this episode today. As I was saying before, the first ones were a little bit longer, partly because we were getting set up and it was quite easy to get lost in the source of the game. But we're going to try and keep these ones a little bit shorter, just so they're not taking up too much of people's time. As I've said before, I personally prefer long-haul content, but I know for a lot of people that isn't the case. People go, oh, who has a spare... I'm not spending an hour of my life watching a YouTube video. That's what people say. So, that will be the force that attacks Dunland once it has reinforcements from... Ideally, around...
Yes, my lord.
With honor.
This force here will be the one that takes DUNEARD.
Our banners!
Who's the faction leader? Is he out and about?
My lord.
Having a look. Like, Dunland looks takeable, but not easy. They've got a lot of forts around here as well. And then they always have this one, which is... I always find really difficult to take Byrig. Because it has an armory. Which obviously makes it difficult to invade.
As you wish. We'll make camp in death. Merging armies, my lord. Your will, my lord.
And then we have a big influx of units coming from the next turn. So there we go. Gind. Which one is it that gives us an extra recruitment slot? Might be worth that. While we're doing this, so let's end the turn. Let's see what Dunland do. Damn it, let's see what Dunland do. And they've tried a surprise siege. If we can do this with... If we can hold them in place without having to rely on Aemir and his unit to return, because that Aemir's unit in this is going to be our kind of top battalion, primarily because it has so many general units that you could just literally crunch people with. So they haven't launched any attacks on us. It's probably a good move from them, because their strength in this scenario is going to be defending sieges, I feel, because we're primarily cavalry. Our archers aren't really up to much. Our infantry's okay, but it's probably not as strong as theirs, in all honesty. Right, let's start working through these then. What have they got? No pikes. They've got the warband. I hate that warband unit. I mean, I love having it because it's useful, but... So they've gone all the way around the... They are... Wow, I may have underestimated them. They have been expanding rapid.
My lord. Orders.
We're just having a little butchers.
As you wish.
Have a look.
Yes. My lord. Your will.
You got
By your
Vin.
command, we'll make camp here. My lord.
That'll be the big fight we fight this turn. We'll take Bregost next.
Yes, my lord.
Ooh, those mercenaries could be very useful indeed. Aldwulf will move up towards Dunland.
Continuing tomorrow.
I think what we might do, we try and lure them out, as we have been doing.
Raise our banners.
This is the first test for our, well, the Royal Legion, as we've been calling it. Look at the detail on that. That's a wicked picture. Is that Gwahir? I'm sure someone will probably turn around and tell me, no, Gwahir has a certain colour on his wings or something like that. Doesn't matter. Right. Here we go. Let's get the cavalry all together. 4 units of those skirmishers is going to be beautiful. With the horse archers, this is actually quite a balanced force. I don't think they're going to attack us, so ideally you can get the cavalry used up as much as possible. Swap you out. Right, let's rearrange. Let's get straight into their front line. Stay away from the warband. We can get you to take out those. They aren't heavily armoured, so we should be able to take out a fair amount of these before we get anywhere near engaging. Ideally, yeah, they're dropping off.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Looking good. We've done a fair few of them, but these berserkers look like they're going to be a bit of an issue. Look at that, flashing like mad.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I think they've made a bit of a mistake there with their horsemen. Why? I don't know why it is. Whenever I fight against horsemen, they always run into either my archers or my spears. They never go into swords, which is like the medium. They always go into spears. Now, to be fair, most of my infantry is spear. I suppose it's split pretty even. We should be able to take out this warband now. They're scattered. They haven't got a big spear line. I don't know what their morale's like.
Only half the enemy force remains.
There we go. Job done. First unit down. have to rinse and repeat properly
The
here.
enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
So about 25. Oh wow, we only lost 9. Oh, brilliant. Going to the back of these. DUNEARD champion. Oh, this is their kind of like Royal
The
Guard.
battle is very much in
And they're
our
running.
favor. Victory will be ours.
And the Berserkers are running. It's just waiting for these to run, and then it's game done.
The enemy army flees
go.
the field. Pursue and
Time
run
6
them
it.
down.
Let's get this lot out the game. Two there. Why is no one chasing them? Chase them! It's close. Hit the big hundo. Job done.
This is a clear victory.
This is a clear victory. Good win. Hardly any men lost. Cavalry took a little bit of a beating. Didn't really lose many infantry. But yeah, good start. A very good start in our war against Dunland, which has commenced. A little bit earlier than I'd liked, but that's what this game does, man. As soon as you're starting to look comfortable, someone will run at you with a massive pike and go, I've had enough. No, they could be slain or broken. They could not be reduced to shadows, enslaved to another will. Dwarves with the rings. Durance folk. Nice. You are having a bubble, if you think you are. Is that Balorn writing?
Victory! The enemy
So
are
again,
crushed.
let's see if we can just take out these side ones.
To battle, lads. Your enemies lie
I'm going to have to fight that, and that'll
defeated.
probably be where we finish this episode
My
off.
Lord.
I hate these skirmishes, and I don't want to auto-resolve it, because I've got a funny feeling that the computer won't favour me at all.
To battle, lads.
What have I got? It's pretty much exactly the same army. What's in DUNEARD? You know what?
To
gonna do it.
glory and a victorious
That was horrible.
victory. The enemy are crushed.
It averages out what units you lose as well, so yeah, that wasn't a good idea. But it's done,
Battle, lads.
and
Prepare to assault the
DUNEARD
walls.
is
We lay siege.
sieged.
Yes, my lord.
With honor.
Peter
We
will
can
come
go
and
no
help
further,
Old
my
Wolf.
Making camp here. Your will, my lord. My lord.
Well, can I get nothing else? For some reason, I've got Beanie Man stuck in my head this morning. I haven't played any Beanie Man on my show ever. I don't think I've ever played a Beanie Man tune, which is absolutely disgraceful from me. I like the fact the turns are quicker. I remember, I think it's Ira here. Gotta do the thing. I watch his Let's Plays quite often. You can probably tell I'm quite inspired by it. But with what he does, he's always talking about how quick the turn time is, and that's really, it's really noticeable on this one how quick the turns go. I think it's probably because I'm still quite early game, and I'm only fighting on one front essentially. Apart from my diplomats, everything's happening off screen. So all the movement and stuff. Oh, the Anduin got. Oh, I like the Anduin. I just like Northman factions. That's pretty much what it is. Dunland is expanding apparently, which is
Your orders, my
terrifying.
To battle.
Take Bregost.
We shall prevail. Glory, honor, victory.
They've literally
Yes,
just taken that
your
this turn
orders,
as
my
well.
lord.
So
Your will, my lord. Marching to war. I will
Take
only
you out
address
next turn.
you in battle,
oh, that was close.
my lord.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
Orders.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, that's just annoying. See, all around this, there's mines. What? Mining what? That? That little hill there? Who knows?
Your will, my lord.
Send you up to
As
battered
you
Vin.
wish, my lord. We
Take a
can't
peek
get
at what's
there.
happening in Tharbad.
Yes. By your command. To war then.
They will have a force that comes out of nowhere and
Would
just
you wish
absolutely
to
batters
speak
us,
to
but
me?
Orders.
now
To
it's worth doing.
glory and a victorious day.
I've got a funny feeling that
My lord.
Dunland must be
Approaching
hosting quite a force here. There we go. If those two combined, that's a solid stack.
My lord. Raise our banners.
Go to water resolve that. That's so
Your
many.
enemies lie defeated. Orders.
And retreat down
As
to
you
here.
wish. To battle.
Your orders, my lord.
As you command,
Once
my lord.
these two are linked up, I'll be
Yes, my lord.
more confident in
Come
taking
and
that
get me, you
town.
Coward. Orders.
I'm just waiting for
Your
units
will,
at this
my
point.
lord. Orders. Merging armies, my lord. Your will, my lord. As you wish. Joining forces, my lord.
Nice
Orders.
big influx of men there.
Your will, my lord. We have marched our limit.
Swindelheim. For a split second there in my head, I went, "Oh my god, we haven't even opened the fort yet!" Like right at the beginning of the game.
My lord.
You know what?
By your command.
Every man in.
Your will, my lord. Yes, my lord.
That'll be a good
We
supporting
have
force
marched our
to take.
orders. To glory.
So,
and a
Duneyard,
victorious
this will be
day.
a siege. Will it? No, it won't. I just can't win, so I'm gonna siege it out. We'll do a turn or two more on this, and then we'll call an end to the episode. If there's a big fight at the end of this, we'll leave it to the next one. I just want to get everything set for that big Duneyard siege. And that's what the next episode will most likely be. Pompe Pomplor against war. He take them on me. Right, done it. Knew it. I mean, there is no way on earth we can win that, so you're going to trot off. We could probably win the first one if it's just them,
Lifting the siege.
but they won't ever do that. Are you going to do that? Really? I thought for a second auto resolve was going to absolutely do us in then. No, I think the wise thing here would be to link up all of these little forces I've gathered and march on Dunland. I've got a funny feeling that they aren't going to want to leave Tharbad anytime soon. It's too valuable a province. I don't think the computer will want to leave it unguarded. So,
Yes, my
you
lord.
link up with you link up with you,
Assembling a mighty
despite the minimal
host.
numbers.
An honourable, glorious victory.
So what might be a good idea to do, actually, with Aemir is to move along this northern section. If you then go into
By your
Barad-Vin,
command.
Your orders, my lord.
and then you
Yes,
two link
my
up.
We're combining forces. As you command, we shall engage.
What was it? Axeman, Spearman. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll fight that as the final thing.
Be gone.
Keep gathering men up around
As
here.
you wish. Orders. We're combining forces.
See, we're in a position now
Yes.
where we can amass a decent-sized force moderately quickly.
Merging
You can
armies,
camp on
my
the
lord.
bridge.
Orders. By your
I think
orders.
next turn we will march. By the looks of things. Not getting any other troops anytime soon. Nothing's coming out of Bregnas. So yeah, next turn, with the link up of these guys, we will march. And you know what? I'm going to leave these. I'm going to leave Orodrif. Because they still can't make units for some reason. I'll work out why at some point. I'm going to put this army building down here. And I'm going to forget about it until I find it. And then have them spare. That's going to be the plan. I like having a secret backup. So we're going to fight this. And that'll be the end of the episode for today.
Muster your courage, men.
Just kind of skirmishing Dunland. Our phone is buzzing. Make sure you do go and check out that new South Point release, which is out today, by the way. Brand new Earthnut release. It's very, very cool. Full of garage vibes. I hate fighting in trees, man. Just can't see what's going on. Get my men to line up along there. Now this is pretty much going to be decided by how impactful my cavalry are. That's it really, because I think I don't really want to lose any infantry, because this is the force that's going to eventually march on Dunland. Ideally with some support and some backup, but I want them to be able to handle it themselves, ideally, so that if it goes ill at DUNEARD, we're not...
Good tidings. The enemy general
Well, that's a stroke of luck. First charge and their general's down. That's going to affect the morale massively.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
They are kind of playing into our hands a bit here. I think you don't want the scouts to be the immediate impact. You want them to be the follow-up.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
How are we looking? 21 down. Like this. You run away.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Them. That's a huge charge. Wow. You pull away. Crunch these. Sorry, I'm playing on time 6 a lot at the minute. I just don't want to get bogged down in these
badly bloodied.
boring skirmishes. And now, if you engage them, that's a big bulk of their force gone. Nice.
The battle is very... Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press.
We'll send the scouts. This. Now, I've got to say, that was a very well organised and punctual rounding up of these outlying Dunland forces. Meaning the episode's not... It's only going to be a couple... It's going to be about 45 minutes. Bang on, hopefully. Out you go. Out you go. Hit a hundo. It's job done. Job done. Right.
Be awed by the victory we have won.
Smashing them! This Gandalf was Glamdring, Foehammer, the hobbit that the king of Dunland once wore, Lord Elrond. The Hobbit. The Hobbit. That's a very cool picture as well. I'm trying to work out what lake that is. Because the type of boat... Is it the Anduin? I doubt it.
But my lord. Glory, honor. Come and get me, you coward.
See, Dunland is going to have... Dunland's going to be difficult. No two ways about it.
Orders.
Get you down to there.
Your orders, my lord.
Get you up to
Yes,
there. So at least next turn we have
Your
those
orders,
two
my
forces
lord.
linking up. So next episode, it's looking like we're going to have
My lord.
the Siege of DUNEARD and then move up to take Dunland, which they're the two big ones for
Yes, my lord.
this Dunland faction, I feel. It's still moderately early game. I can't imagine they've gone that far up into Bree and Northern Dunedain territory, because you see the goblins are still there, so that means they haven't gone that way. I reckon they've got maybe 3 or 4 provinces max above that in this sort of area here. So once we've done that, once we move up there, we shall know. Thank you for watching, guys. This has been the Cubcam TV YouTube channel. Get us up to 100 subs ASAP. By the time this video goes up, actually, at the rate we're going, we might have already surpassed it. So if we have, thank you. If not, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Makes a huge difference to me. And I hope everyone is out there staying safe. Peace, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.